December 2014, Boxing night, in bed, on my iPad, thought I wanted to do something for 2015. So I went onto the Guinness World Records website, had a look through. I can only really play racquetball, and I can only do that badly. So I thought, is there a record for it? There wasn't. There wasn't an official one, although there was lots of Google dates and times, etc. So I applied to Guinness, and we're doing it for Edwards Trust, which is a local charity to where we're actually holding it in Edgbaston. And they look after bereaved children and families, an amazing charity, only small. And because we really wanted to find a charity that had, whether they were going to take the money and actually use it as opposed to it going into a big system. And so Edwards Trust have been really good with us as well. They're supporting us, they're here throughout the event, and we're hoping to raise somewhere between £20,000 and £30,000 for them.
A rapidly growing sport, racquetball is becoming increasingly popular within the UK. To tell us more, here's fellow participant Matt Fletcher.
So racquetball is very, very similar to squash. It's played on a squash court. The only real difference is with racquetball that you can score on anybody's serve. So, and all of the rules are pretty much similar to squash.
Is racquetball a popular sport in the UK? Is it a growing sport?
I think it's a growing sport. I don't know the actual statistics, but I think there's a lot of people, and especially a lot of tennis players, who play racquetball rather than squash. You know, I'm traditionally a tennis player, but racquetball's a great way to keep fit.
Aidan and Matt will be playing for at least 1,440 minutes, and taking part in endurance-based activities like this present a multitude of challenges.
You know, the usual blisters, so the sleep deprivation part's quite hard to get over, and the nutrition, you know, making sure that we're eating, taking in the right amount of carbs and replacing like the lost sort of salts, minerals and electrolytes that you lose through sweating.
Yeah, so you have to play for an hour continuously and under normal racquetball rules. So we play to 15 and we play best of. We usually get about 5 games an hour in. Okay, then if you play for an hour, you're allowed a 5-minute break. Now, you can accumulate those minutes, but you do start to stiffen up. So what we've trained to play for an hour, rest for 5 minutes, play for an hour, rest for 5 minutes. But in that 5 minutes, it's quite intense because we now know through our practice sessions that if we do the 28 hours, we'll run on that squash court today, we'll run something like 75 miles. We'll consume 18,000 calories and need to consume about 40 litres of water each. So it's quite intense, and you've got to be prepared for it.
The boys are confident of being successful in their quest to set a new world record, but will they be keeping score?
Well, one of us has got to win, haven't they?
James Brackpool for Big News in Edgbaston.